What is going on YouTube? I am Germ here today. Just a couple of minutes ago, Mark Yetter, the lead gameplay designer for Riot Games, actually tweeted out the League of Legends patch 10.15 notes. They always tweet them out a week before the patch goes live, so this patch 10.15 will be going out on July 21st, but we have all of the changes that are going to be coming out and coming to League of Legends very, very soon. In this video today, we're going to be running through all of those and giving some of my thoughts and opinions where I feel it is appropriate. But before we get into this one, I just want to mention real quick, if you're not already subscribed, definitely click that subscribe button really quick. It helps me out a ton, helps you guys stay up to date on the latest content, so it works out for both of us. Also, check out the link for Robinhood in the description below if you want to receive a free stock just for signing up. You don't have to put any money on, and I receive a free stock as well, so it's an awesome way to support this channel if you like what we got going on here. Also, I just want to say real quick, thank you guys so much for 1,500 subscribers. We recently crossed that threshold. I'm looking into maybe doing a giveaway or something like that. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do, but there might be something like that coming really, really soon. But I appreciate 1,500. Hopefully, we can get to 1,600, even faster. But here we go, getting into this video. First up, we have the system changes. We have a Summoner Spellbook nerf. It's been kind of everywhere. A lot of different champions running it in a lot of different positions. Definitely overpowered on some scaling champions and stuff. I don't know, it's been kind of crazy, so I'm interested to see what they're doing with this. The starting cooldown is going from 240 to 300 seconds, and cooldown reduction per unique spell is going from 20 to 25 seconds. So this big nerf at the beginning, not getting the first cooldown until another minute into the game, that's going to be pretty big. It's definitely going to make it a little bit worse. It's not going to make it as good of a defensive spell for those scaling champions looking to scale up a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem like this will completely gut it, push it totally out of the meta, but it will for sure make it worse. We have Spellthiefs item buffs. The Spellthiefs Edge mana regen is going from 25 to 50%. Frostfang mana regen from 50 to 75, and the Shard of True Ice AP going from 45 to 50. So the mana regen will definitely be really, really nice. Allow those enchanters and range supports to just continually spam spells. The 5 AP on the Shard of True Ice shouldn't be anything too massive. But yeah, some nice little buffs, because enchanters and range supports, even though they're really, really strong right now, a lot of them are going relic shield, so they need to buff Spellthiefs a little bit to get them, taking the item they're supposed to be, and then they'll probably have to nerf some of the enchanters and stuff once they're strong. But look out for enchanters, range AP supports to be really, really strong on this patch, because they're not really getting too many nerfs just yet. And they're already pretty strong. They got a buff to one of their main items, obviously. The nerfs, as far as the nerfs, they're tightening up the thresholds in Pro to get a more diverse meta for summer playoffs and worlds. So we have some professional staples coming out here. We have Aphelios, which again, a lot of people are excited about. Hate that champion in professional, hate that champion in solo queue. I'm pretty sure everyone does. We have the Crescendum turret's activation delay going from 0.25 to 0.35 seconds. So you have an extra tenth of a second to react. The turret range getting decreased by 75, which should be a nice change because that range is absolutely insane. And then Infernum Hurricane bolts no longer damage enemies they pass through. That's a really, really interesting change. Infernum Crit Cone missiles going from 8 to 6. Infernum Hurricane Cone missiles going from 4 to 3. Crit Hurricane Cone missiles going from 8 to 5. And Infernum Hurricane Cone length reduced by 100 units. Getting so many different nerfs. It's crazy because Aphelios, since release, he's pretty much only seen nerfs, maybe like a buff or two in the couple of months he's been out. It's just insane that this far into his lifespan, he can get like, what is it, 6 nerfs or something in one patch. And he'll probably still be busted after this. Ornn is getting a base armor reduction from 36 to 33. I think that's good. I really still believe that Ornn does way too much damage. I don't think his tankiness is the problem, but right now he's a tank, assassin, fighter, bruiser. He does everything. Obviously, nerfing his base armor is going to make him a lot weaker in lane. It's going to make him easier to punish and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I wish they made him do a little bit less damage. Lee Sin W cooldown going from 12 to 14 seconds. That'll be a significant nerf for him, but I don't think it'll push him out of the meta or anything. It's obviously gonna hurt his mobility a little bit, his shielding. But yeah, it'll be interesting. Tank Fiddlesticks W minion healing going from 25 to 15%. Like that nerf. I don't think Tank Fiddlesticks has been like completely busted or anything. He's definitely been good, but especially in Pro has definitely not been busted. But W minion healing definitely need to go down a little bit. He can just stay in lane forever, and even with this healing, he'll probably still be able to stay in lane forever, but hopefully it won't be as terrible. Twisted Fate W cooldown is going up by 2 seconds early, but late game it's staying the same. That should be interesting. Yeah, just make him a little bit worse. I don't think that makes Twisted Fate unplayable or anything by any means, though. And then Thresh is WCD, staying the same early, but going up a little bit late. It's an interesting change. I mean, by the time you have your abilities like maxed out and you have CDR and stuff, it shouldn't affect them too much. Just a lot of slight nerfs here. But yeah, I think Ornn, that'll be a pretty big nerf. Aphelios, who fucking knows? Champion's crazy, but that's a lot of stuff going on. Seems like it should be a big nerf. Yeah. Going into the buffs, we talked about Skarner and Swain yesterday. There's so many changes here to read through. I'm not exactly sure what it's going to mean for either of these champions. Skarner, I've heard maybe top lane will be better, maybe jungle will be better. I've heard some Skarner mains say they hate these changes. Same thing with Swain. They made his W like global, almost, it's like semi-global now, and they changed a bunch of stuff. It'll be interesting. I don't know if Swain's going to be a top laner, mid laner, support. Who knows at this point? Riot doesn't really even know how to balance either one of these champions. There's a lot going on. I talked about it in yesterday's video if you guys want to hear about that. We'll just have to wait and see. I'm really just waiting to see because I don't know. But as far as the other buffs on these champions, Shen is getting a passive shield increase from 50 to 101 to 70 to 121. Shen, I think we could see a lot in pro play. I think he was already borderline viable, and any buffs to him might just put him over the top. I think he's a very, very solid pick right now in solo queue and in professional play. Gragas getting his WAP ratio from 50 to 60% and his RAP ratio from 70 to 80%. That's really fun. AP Gragas, way more fun to play than like tank Gragas or something. And yeah, giving his AP ratios a little bump, should increase his win rate and play rate a little bit. He should be pretty exciting, and he's always a staple in professional play, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him coming back. Also, just like in jungle, he can also play support for Yasuo, and that's pretty busted as well. Irelia getting a passive attack speed per stack increase from 8 to 12% to 8 to 16%. That should be a nice little buff for her. I don't think that makes her instantly busted or anything, but she'll take anything she can get at this point. Caitlyn getting a base AD increase from 62 to 65. Going to make her more of a lane bully. Going to make her a little stronger early, which is what Caitlyn loves. And then getting this movement speed increase from 325 to 330. Help her kite around, help her dodge skill shots and stuff. That could be pretty big. We might see Caitlyn coming back into, starting to dominate the bot lane meta a little bit. And then Yuumi, where her passive mana restore going from 50 to 150 to 25 to 100, plus 8% max mana on her passive cooldown, from 20 to 8 going down to 18 to 6. Yuumi, who knows, man, that champion, it's horrible to watch in professional play. It's horrible to play against, horrible to play as, super boring, super uninteractive. I don't think anyone likes that champion too much. We'll have to wait and see what happens with that. But that is pretty much it for this video today, guys. This was the League of Legends patch 10.15 notes, breakdowns, opinions, all of that stuff. Again, this patch is going to be going live on July 21st, a week from today. It'll be coming out on Wednesday. That should be really, really exciting. A lot of good stuff in this patch, honestly. A lot of popular champions getting buffed and nerfed in this one. Should change up the game a significant amount, keep things fresh, keep things fun, keep things exciting. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you guys drop a like, leave a comment down below. What change are you most excited for, or what did Riot get wrong? What did they get right? Any of your guys' thoughts and opinions, I'd love to hear about. Subscribe to the latest content. Hopefully I catch you guys in the next one, but until then, peace.